Okay, so today starting a new van conversion with this. It's a Ford Transit 2013, 63,000 miles, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because, as you can see, here is my old one. Anyhow, today we are doing the stripping of the van. Quite obviously, because I've still got some racking in there. Main points for the stripping, apart from taking out this using a cordless, and that's probably all you'll need, and some arms. Take this out, try and sell it or keep it, because you know it could be good in a workshop. After you strip the van, you need to clean it down, get all the grease off, look out for any damage, rust or etc, and put some hammerite paint over it or something just to protect it from any future rust, because you'll be boarding over it and you won't be able to get back to it. There'll be no more access and you won't be able to treat it. So it's best to treat it now, do everything you've got to do, and then start insulating, boarding over. Another thing specific to this van is that there's lights in the back. These will be powered off the battery in the front, and if you notice they stay on whilst these side doors are open. So in the future, if you have these doors open for a long time, you could be draining the battery in the front. So preferably you want to take the fuse out of the front and disconnect it from the front bonnet. I'll do a video on this probably in the future, or how I overcome this issue. Because in the last van, what I did, this van over here, what I did was I actually snipped them, and the fuse blown in the front, this set a light on the dash, which was turned off via diagnostic. I am getting ready to start stripping this out. We're going to cut to a time lapse now via the GoPro, so in a bizzle. So where all the cement was hardened, it kind of ruined these bolts. I've tried using grips and spanners and stuff to get them off, but it's proving too difficult. So I'm going to use the grinder. Also, whilst you're stripping the van, you should be looking for things like templates. So, for example, if I ever wanted to plywood this door, I could just use this, you know, use it as a template, and the floor, there's already ply flooring, so when I take that up, I can use that as a template for some new wood. I mean, people consider putting the same stuff back down, but either way, it needs to come up, so you can check underneath that there's no rust and no damage to the floor. So as you can see, the majority is done. There's a couple of holes in the floor. Gonna get them welded, sorted out, and then we can look at putting the floor in. And after that, throughout the week, I'm gonna order the window. I'm gonna order the roof vent. I'm gonna sort out the roof rack and get that off. So that'll all be in a separate video, but gotta wait for some dry weather. As much as I like the snow, it's pretty wet at the moment. I mean, that's overexposed, but you get the gist. So, we're carrying on with the stripping and sound deadening, and since we've stripped, we are now sound deadening. You need to cover a third of each panel, so it doesn't make that ding ding noise. Dodo Mat sound deadener or something. It's £50 for 5.3 meters and it's 600 mil wide, so 0.6 meters wide. That should do for this van. This van is a Ford Transit medium wheelbase. It only just covers it. I've just done the sound deadening and the stripping of the van. Hope you liked the video. I used Dodo mat for my sound deadener and it works brilliantly. Here's the differences between them. So on the roof we've got, that's where the vents go in, so I've not got any there. And then I think that makes a hell of a lot of difference. So when it's raining, feel less like a tin can and more like a room. If you do want to see the rest of this van build, look below in the description. I'll put the link to each video in the description and each stage of the process, so it's easy to find, you know, if you're just relating it to your van. I'll be pointing out, not necessarily like tips or a tutorial, but it's more like, here's what I've done, here's my mistakes, there you go, learn from it.